Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1. Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, responds to Anthony Joshua's quote-unquote very good offer. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Yesterday, I did a video about Anthony Joshua. He did an interview with Sky Sports, and he said that he made a very good, significant offer to Team Wilder, and he's anxious to see how they take it. Wilder's looking like he's responded to the offer because he just posted this. It's a picture of him on his verified account, and it says, "It's obvious at this point, 40-0 with 39 KOs, they don't want no smoke. At some point in your life, a boy must detach his lips from mum nipples and become a man. I'm just saying." Hashtag bomb squad, hashtag scared, senseless, hashtag wow with the crying emoji. Listen, this is what I feared, right? Obviously, based on this response, I don't know the offer, but it doesn't sound like it's an offer that Team Wilder feels is fair. Because why would he say scared, senseless, and instead of saying, oh, we're getting close, you know what I'm saying? He's saying that it's obvious they want no smoke. So to me, it's probably a shitty offer that they don't want. And this is what I fear, because listen, I did the video yesterday, and again, I don't know the offer. I don't know the behind the scenes. It hasn't been revealed or whatever. So I can't wait to hear Deontay Wilder, what he has to say about it. But this is what I fear, because Joshua did that interview with Sky Sports, and it sounded good, and I made a video, and I'm like, yeah, I'm happy. This is looks like it's going in the right direction. But to hear this type of response from Deontay Wilder the very next day, that's not a good sign. Not a good sign for negotiations. Because if it was an offer you were happy with, why would you say they want no smoke? You know what I'm saying? And if you guys don't know what no smoke means, then look it up in Urban Dictionary. You know what I mean? So it doesn't make sense to me that this was a great offer and then you would get this response. Again, I don't know the details, but to me, this is the oldest trick in the book too. Get on record and publicly say, yeah, I'm down to make the fight, and not reveal the offer, but say it's a very good offer and I'd be over the moon, and I would take the offer if I would. See, and you got to look for what Joshua said in that interview, and I didn't want to say anything because I didn't know what the offer was, but based on Wilder's reaction, it lets me know that they don't feel it's fair. Because you got to listen to what Joshua said in the interview. In the interview, he says, if I was offered something like that at this point in my career, I'd be over the moon. I'd be over the moon about it. So when he said at this point of his career, that sounded a little bit weird to me. And that's one of the things that stuck out when he said that. Just like, basically, what do you mean at this point of his career? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that makes it sound like the deal wasn't necessarily great, but it's good for where you're at that particular moment, if that makes any sense. Like, oh man, I would have loved to be getting $12 an hour when I was 17. You know what I'm saying? But is that good money if you're not 17? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys understand where I'm going with that, but it just stuck out to me when he said that. He said something to the effect of, if I would have got a deal like this when I was at this point in my career. But what do you mean at this point in my career? He's a belt holder, you're a title holder, and you guys got to stop. Like, really, I don't want to have to go live and break this down again, but Anthony Joshua was a very good fighter. But he got everyone keeps saying, like, oh, he unified. Where was Wilder? Like, Joshua was just slaving away. He unified and became a champion, yes. But really do the research. He beat Charles Martin, who was unproven, and beat a guy who broke his leg or something, right? Then Klitschko looked like dog shit versus Tyson Fury, takes a long layoff, and they fight for a vacant title. That's how he acquired belt number 2, right? 2 and 3, I think. Fought for a vacant belt against a guy coming off a long layoff and a loss. And then he got the other belt fighting Joseph Parker, who hadn't really particularly looked good versus Hughie Fury. Raz Kojanu arguably lost to Andy Ruiz for the vacant title because Tyson Fury had to relinquish his belts. So everyone's making it like Joshua walked through fire and beat Mike Tyson and beat, Lennox Lewis to emerge as the last man standing. And I'm telling you guys, I can't say this enough. Based on who you are, what your angle is, your individual story, the UK is great. And they've had a great run, and they've had a great turnout and all that. So that creates opportunity. You know what I mean? Charles Martin traveled to the UK because he got millions of dollars to do that as a champion. You know what I mean? But it's not necessarily the same in America, where if you go to Alabama, if Charles Martin would have went to Alabama to fight Deontay Wilder, maybe they couldn't afford to give him millions. You know what I mean? Based on the ticket prices, maybe based on whatever. Or if he fought Wilder in Texas or in Vegas, maybe they wouldn't have been able to. So it's a totally different market, and you can't compare those things. You know what I mean? Because just the same way, if Joshua came here and look at Texas, let's say the Alamo Dome or wherever Canelo fought Liam Smith sold out 51,000. If Joshua came out right now and he was fighting a Carlos Takam or Joseph Parker, that level of fight in Texas, which has big enough venues, AT&T Stadium where the Cowboys play, or Alamo Dome in San Antonio, would it sell 76,000? Most likely not. Would it sell 50,000? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? So it's clearly two different markets. You know what I mean? But this is just disappointing because, like I said, doesn't sound like he's content with the offer with as far as Wilder. And at the end of the day, I don't know the offer, but I know responses, and this response doesn't sound like that of a man who feels he's gonna get the fight. He's saying they're scared, senseless. It's obvious they want no smoke. You know what I mean? He has to detach his lips from his mom's nipples and become a man. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Those aren't good indications like that negotiations are going well. And like I said, it's the oldest trick in the book. Publicly declare that you offer something, but offer something you know that they probably won't take. I mean, even with Mayweather called and tried to facilitate a deal, offered Pacquiao $40 million, more money than he's ever seen, but they said he offered no pay-per-view back-end money. So they're like, hell no. Golovkin got offered $15 million to fight Canelo, no back-end pay-per-view money from Golden Boy, or very, very low percentage of it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, the Golden Boy could say, hey, we offered him something. He didn't want to take it. But notice when Golovkin got a percentage, the fight was made instantaneously. So, it's the early stages. Hopefully, they can work this out and figure something, the middle ground that appeases both sides. But I knew something was probably up when Joshua said, oh, if I was getting a deal at this stage of my career, I'd be over the moon. It's mad. You know what I'm saying? That particular sentence stood out to me. I don't know why. You know what I mean? But like I said, a lot of people called us actually on the video that I did. They said, bullshit, let's see it. What's the offer? Hey, they're probably going to offer him 25%. And listen, there's a lot of fans jumping in. I don't even like to pocket watch unless they're going to give me some of the money. But there's a lot of fans jumping in with their opinion, talking about Wilder deserves 10%, 25%, which is utter bullshit. He's been a champion longer than Joseph Parker. It's a bigger fight than Joseph Parker. And he's a more threatening puncher than Joseph Parker. And for that reason, the stylistic matchup is more dangerous than Joseph Parker, like I told you. Unlike Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua, they said that the more dangerous fight was Joseph Parker, and all Joshua did was jab him, and they gave him a points win. You know what I'm saying? Wilder, you're not going to just probably jab. You're going to have to get your hands dirty a bit, because you got to keep this man off of you. This guy with this crazy power off of you. You know what I mean? A jab will help you, but it might not be your saving grace. You know what I mean? So a lot of people speculated this, but to say Wilder only deserves 10 to 25%, how does he get less than Joseph Parker? You know what I mean? That doesn't even make sense. When he's been a longer standing champion, it's a better fight, a bigger fight stylistically. He's had better recent performances. Look at Wilder's last performance with Luis Ortiz and Bermane Stiverne. That's better than the encroaching Parker performances he had, like Raz Kojanu and Huey Fury. You know what I mean? Wilder looked better in his recent outings, but he's stopped everyone he's fought. Him and Joshua have both stopped everyone that they've ever faced except for one person. And for Wilder's case, he came back to stop that guy, which is Bermane Stiverne. Joshua most likely won't fight Joseph Parker anytime soon in a rematch, because it was a difficult fight and he had a hard time like getting off. But yeah, man, I'm anxious to see what the offer was, but it doesn't sound like Wilder is happy with it. And like I said, a lot of people were like, oh, see, I told you Joshua wants to fight. Not necessarily if they offer something low, you know what I'm saying? And according to the way Wilder's reacting, that's what it sounds like. Let me know your thoughts, drop it in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.
I want that fight, there's no doubt about it, but I've gone through a situation where to get that fight, I want to become undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. I've currently got my hands on 4 belts in 21 fights. And he was very vocal about wanting to fight before I was, because my objective was to accumulate every single one of the belts. And now I have done that, Wilder's my 100% attention. And I've waited for an offer, so we're about to make another offer to Wilder's team. A very good offer that should create a lot of interest from their team. And hopefully that will stop a lot of his talking and whining, and he can step up to the plate and take the deal, and we can eat together and put on a great show, hopefully at Wembley or Cardiff, somewhere in the UK, and become undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. I'm happy being based here, and I think a lot of my supporters are happy me fighting here as well. So I think the first one has to be in the UK, because also I want to be able to call that shot, because I've worked extremely hard to put myself in a power position when it comes to the negotiations. So hopefully he'll understand and come to UK and get this fight on. The same offer we're going to offer Wilder, I would grab that with both hands. So I just looked at it as a flip reverse. I'm an astute businessman. Even though I fight, I'm a hustler, and I've got strategy, and I'm very smart, and I educate myself. So the deal I looked at for Wilder is the same deal I would have looked at for myself, and I would have been over the moon with a deal like that at that stage. So it'll be interesting to see how he takes it.
So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.